I'm here. I met this foreigner here in the car center, and I find him so nice. So I'd like to interview him. How long he's been staying in the Philippines?
I've been here 2 years.
2 years. So where did you landed first in the Philippines?
Negros. Well, I had a holiday in Negros to start with, and we enjoyed that. That was Christmas 2.5 years ago, I suppose.
All right.
2 years last Christmas. And then we quite enjoyed that. And then from there we went to Siquijor.
It's quite a remote island.
Yeah,
it's quite far.
Easter. That was following Easter after Christmas. We went to Siquijor. And we really liked that. We met up with some Australian guy and another guy from Canada. And we were very interested in that. And then from there, we had to go back to Cebu for personal problems, and we had to rush back to Cebu, and then it turned out it wasn't a problem, so we thought, well, where do we go now? And then we heard about Camotes. I think I heard about Camotes through my brother. He said there were some cheap properties there, and we should go and have a look. So we went over there, and we liked Camotes very, very much, and eventually we liked it more than Siquijor.
All right.
So we finished up, met up with some people, and had a long rental on a house, very cheap. Walked down the steps into the sea, so it was beautiful, you know. Wow. And we stayed there for 2 years.
Is this with your partner, the Chinese one that you're saying? Okay.
Yes.
So you're not living with a Filipina?
No.
Okay. So you're both foreigners here in the Philippines.
Pretty much, yeah, that's right.
Okay. So, but you both like the Philippines?
Yeah, we're both treated very well, and you know, I've got one thing that I stand by, and that's go where you're treated best.
Yes. So you feel welcome here in the Philippines,
Yeah,
sir?
well, I traveled to Thailand. We traveled with my partner. We traveled in southern China because she's from China. We traveled in Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, and then we came to the Philippines, and we liked the Philippines the best.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's very nice to hear that, being a Filipino. So, do you plan to settle here for long?
Yeah, no, well, I've moved from Camotes now to Tablas because we found Camotes a little bit too small, and Tablas is more than twice the size, and it's very interesting. We like it very much. So, and then of course it's close to Boracay, so we felt that we'd been in Camotes long enough, and we needed to travel a bit more in the Philippines because there's so much to offer in the Philippines with so many islands.
Yes.
You know? So we got to. You know, I'm too young to settle down.
Exactly. Enjoy your life.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah. So now we're in Tablas, and who knows? I've leased a house there for 6 months, and that's costing me 4,000 pesos a month, which is, and it's on maybe half a hectare of land, and I can do what I want with the land.
Farming, gardening.
So I can live off the land pretty much. So it's very cheap, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how much is your do you reckon is your monthly expenses? I mean, monthly cost of living here in the Philippines.
I haven't calculated, but probably easily live on 10,000 per week.
Okay.
And I've got more than that in pension. So.
All right.
Yeah.
So what visa are you in here? When you come in, what
tourist
visa?
Yeah,
so
and then it's 1 month, and then 2 months, and then I think I can get 6 months.
Okay.
But it's I'd rather have a longer visa, but
yeah, you can have a look at the SRRB visa that we offer here for expats.
Right.
So you can look at my channel. I explain it, and then I will explain it one by one, the different options.
Yes, well, I'd be interested in that. Yeah.
So in here in Cebu. So how long will you stay now before you move to Romblon?
Oh no, well, I've settled. I've taken all my belongings there, and I just come back to pick up a second vehicle, which I was going to sell here, but I think I can sell better in Tablas.
Yeah,
so I'll take that over there. Now it's 4 ferries, so it's quite a trip to get back there. But it's okay. I took the other vehicle with all my belongings, so I'm familiar with it. But I go much better if my partner's with me because she's smarter than me. So yeah. So but I should also say, when we were looking into settling in the Philippines, what was a big influence was the fact that Duterte had cleaned up a lot of problems with drugs and so forth, you know. And I had a lot of complaints from people in Australia that saying it was an invasion on human rights, and I disagreed with them because I think he had a huge mandate to clean up things. He got elected on that mandate, and I think he's done a very good job. It was very harsh treatment, but how do you handle big business and drugs?
Exactly.
You know?
And so, do you feel safe here in the Philippines?
Very safe, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
because some of the concerns with my viewers, especially the expat, that it's not safe here. There are people scamming you. Do you experience any of that yet?
No, I mean, no, not at all really. No, I mean, you have to treat people at face value, and you have to be smart enough to work things out. I mean, people will trick you if you allow them, So
Exactly.
you just have to just be diligent. And
Yeah, because I had a lot of questions from expat that planning to retire here. Is it safe in the Philippines? Is there will be no problems with my pension coming over? Do you experience any of the
no, I have
hardship?
no issues at all. No.
How about the problems with internet? Are you an internet?
Yeah, I live on the internet just about because I do a lot of trading with cryptocurrencies.
Yeah, but because
And
that's
yeah, it's a problem.
Yeah.
Commodities was a big problem. Very poor and sometimes non-existent. But Tabla seems to be very much better, considerably better. So I'm quite happy with the internet there.
okay. Because here in Cebu, we sometimes have a good internet. Sometimes that's another thing.
It's not bad in
Yeah.
Cebu. I manage in Cebu, and Tablas
Okay.
is similar. And it's a mixture of two internet suppliers, Smart and Globe.
Yeah.
And you just need to have two SIM cards, really. That's important, I think, wherever you go, from what I can gather.
Okay, so this is someone that have lived here for 2 years, and in fact he likes the Philippines.
Yeah.
So some of these expats are my viewers that's planning to come here, and please do not get discouraged from what you hear, because they get discouraged from the stories that's coming out in the Philippines, especially if they've been chatting with some Filipinas, and when they come here they were duped. I just can't understand why you get duped in the first place.
Well, there's a risk if you marry a Filipino woman, for example, and your money runs out and the property goes, and then the marriage splits up. But you have to be mindful
Smart.
of that. That it's just dumb if you do stuff like that. So but that's life. Wherever you go, you've got those issues.
Except it's not only just limited to the Philippines.
No,
Yeah.
but one thing I read a very interesting book, and I can't remember the title, but it did help me a lot in coming to the Philippines, and it related to how to treat Filipinos with respect.
Okay.
And that was a big, well, not a learning curve, because I've always been respectful towards people, but Australians come over here and they might be foremen, or they might be working on a building site, and you can tell your mates to, what the hell you're doing there, you've done a mess with that job, but that's disrespectful, really, and you certainly can't do that in the Philippines with the young guys. So you would probably, if there was something you weren't happy, you were getting some building done, and there was something you weren't happy with, you maybe would tell an older guy to tell the young guy, So out of courtesy and respect, and I think that's important.
So do you think you can settle in Ronblon now? You don't want to travel other islands?
No, I think I can settle there, but
Okay.
I don't know whether I will. I'm too young to settle down.
Yeah, I can see that you are very active. You're always on the
Yes,
go. I
yeah.
can see how you move
Well,
there.
I do see health as a big issue in the Philippines,
Yeah.
and that relates to the food you eat, and it's very high carb, high sugar diet,
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
very bad, and it's chronic, and but I'm very aware of that, and I look after my health very well.
So do you cook your own food?
Yeah, I get my own food from the markets, and I'm
Yeah.
very selective about what I buy. But I've been involved in health programs for nearly 20 years, so I've got a good understanding. And now I'm into a ketogenic diet, which is very advanced.
Okay, because now there's a movement of being vegetarian over here, and then the organic people. So there are more and more of that now.
I've been through all of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
health awareness,
Yes.
and for the food
It's
preparation.
a big market worldwide, and especially amongst Asians, because they're only getting into the stage of obesity and so forth. And many in Australia have moved on from that and are into fitness and health. and you'll see that a lot of people consider that they have to go to the gym to keep fit, but it doesn't start there. It starts with the food.
Yep.
Food first, fitness after.
Yes,
Yeah.
I believe that as
And
well.
a ketogenic diet is all about fat burning. So you switch from burning sugar to burning fat, and then you consume high levels of fat, and then you can also live off the fat of your body. So it reduces the fat quite quickly. It's amazing.
So in here, the diet mania just come here. Most people here don't go on a diet; they just eat what they want.
Yeah,
And
well,
then-
they eat too much rice for a start,
Yeah.
and that's very high carb, and it's what they call a hollow carbohydrate. So it's got no nutrition, you know. So it's great for energy when they're young, but they get burnt out because there's no nutrition in it, you know, no value.
yeah, that's our staple food. Everyone eats
Well, throughout
rice.
Asia, it's a
Yeah.
big thing, you know. Yeah,
Rice and noodles.
yeah, rice and noodles, exactly.
So
yeah.
did you eat any favorites on Filipino food?
Well, yeah, moringa.
Moringa, which is we got it everywhere. They just grow on
It's,
the
I read somewhere
roadside.
it's the savior of the Philippines, and you'll see little old ladies walking down the street carrying a bunch of moringa that they've cut off the tree.
I myself got 5 trees.
Yeah, and
I got 5.
they live off that because it's life sustaining. It's got the full range of nutrition. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
I know, because they just if they don't have something to go with the rice, they just boil the moringa
Yeah.
and just put a little bit of salt, and that's it. That's
Yeah,
food.
well, that's the only nutrition they're getting out of rice because
Mm.
all the rice supplies is energy and it's hollow
Yeah.
carbohydrate, so it's not much benefit. So a little bit of nutrition goes a long way, and moringa is very rich in so many things, and it grows wild, so
Yeah.
it's great.
That's why I got 5 in my place alone. Got
Yeah.
5 trees.
And then the other thing that is very good is coconuts. They're very valuable, you know. And there's quite a number of other things, you know. Mangoes and are also quite nutritious. And then there's quite a number of things, you know. I can't think of the one that I see growing with lots of fruit on the small trees. I can't think what that's called offhand. But,
What do you usually do when you're here in the Philippines? Do you have any hobbies?
well, I spend a lot of time with cryptocurrencies and trading, so I
Oh.
spend a lot of time with that. Probably too much, but but my goal is to be self-sufficient. So grow my own food and
Do you see yourself eventually buying your own property here in the Philippines?
well, it's very difficult. I probably will just lease a
Okay.
place, you know, and I might get a long lease, 25 years or something, which
Yeah.
seems to work
25,
very
yeah.
well.
25-year lease, and then you can renew it for another 25.
Yeah, that's been tried and tested
Yeah.
through the court system.
Yeah, I also explained that in my video,
Hmm.
that as foreigners you cannot own land here,
No.
but you can lease land long term.
Yeah, the other way is to have a corporation and then you own 60% or something.
No, it don't apply. The corporation needs to trade. That's what the wrong information was to get. A
Yes.
corporation needs to trade. So what's your business? Just holding on a property
Exactly,
for that?
it's fraudulent, really.
Yeah.
And I'm aware
Yeah.
of that.
Yeah.
Whereas
So-
a long-term lease is pretty safe, I think.
Yeah.
And don't
that's it.
spend too much on your property.
Yeah. And so, what is your? Do you have any advice as we part for the soon-to-be expat coming to live here?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, don't drink too much, and look after your female partner. Number one, relationship is the number one thing for a healthy life.
Okay. So, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Okay.